Hurts so much. And I just met this dog.
What now?
Good question.
Oignon est content. En check ya, ha?
Oh. Siarasko I Jeanne, Innu.
Yadarandan, Maikan. Deawesqua. Attendion rashondiak.
Yadohyan.
You want to talk to me?
Is this seriously all that's left? Christ. How the hell do we start over from this?
Despair brought traders in Wendat closer together than ever before. I hoped the peace would last this time.
Can we kill Albert though? A little bit. Just like stab him in the back, somewhere around the corner, and leave him there to freeze. Just him. The rest can stay. He stabbed a dog after all.
He wanted to be a dad, Flora, more than anything in the world. But all I did was call him a drunk. And now,
The sick Wendat, Saranes. He died from his injuries overnight. I just hope my attempted remedy did something to ease the pain. We'll bury you properly soon. May your journey back to Mandu be safe.
God damn it. Pourquoi lui?
It's not your fault, this stuff.
Someone there! Pierre? I had to find the one who did this. He robbed this man, just like the wolf. What kind of mantor defiles his brother instead of burying him? What are you doing?
Crap. Look, this ain't what it looks like, all right? I was only gonna...
What? Keep quiet and hope I never found out? Just like you lied about butchering that white wolf.
How the hell do you know about...
I knew from the start, Pierre. I just wanted to believe I was wrong. How can you disgrace the remains of your own kind? Disgrace anyone's remains? And why would you hide the truth?
'Cause I knew you'd react this way.
How else am I supposed to react? I tried so hard to make you understand us. I taught you stories, principles, the value of life. And now what? You throw those teachings away because they're inconvenient?
You're goddamn right I am. First off, you shouldn't care what happens to this filthy hustler. And I'm doing this because I need to, not because I want to. The only way to survive at a time like this is making the most of what death leaves behind.
That's your excuse for debasing corpses?
What do you mean, excuse? Leaving this guy and his shit to rot would be worse! Don't you Innu live by that whole waste-nothing rule? I mean, goddamn. Say what you mean, and tell me what's so wrong with staying alive!
Survival is not the issue here. It's the fact you do so without any respect for the fallen.
Yeah? Well, respect ain't worth squat if it kills you.
Excuse me?
In a perfect world, we'd be treating every stinking corpse like the second coming of Christ. But fact is, if you die caring for the dead, you can't do sweet fuck all for the living. So, you better face reality and get your priorities straight. Or, you'll be burying Innu instead of saving him. Now piss off and let me work.
Sometimes protecting our people means learning to understand, not learning to fight.
Okay. So be compassionate, you can still get through to him. I don't think that's a bad option. You might try it. You cannot change him, find the white fur instead. I think that with Maikan, it's a little bit different in that he really unexpectedly grew attached. He also is aware of his lessons from the night before with Father Augustine. But I think we're gonna... I want to see where this one goes. When he stays persistent.
Can I say one last thing? I think I finally know why we struggle to see eye to eye. I taught you so much about Innu culture, yet I know almost nothing about yours. White men have customs and responsibilities I can't even begin to imagine. And I keep blaming them for not understanding us, when I won't try to do the same. That's why, even if I don't approve, I know you have reasons for doing this. Besides, my people take things from the dead too. I know it's necessary for survival.
Then why throw a fit when I do it?
Do you remember that story you told me? About those men who hunted without end? If all of us behave like them, always wanting more, never saying enough, eventually, this land will have nothing left to give anyone. And if the only future we can look forward to is bleak, barren, hopeless, what are any of us surviving for? This is why my people call life sacred and honor every part of it. Respect is what turns the wilderness into our home, into a future worth preserving. Treating it like an enemy to defeat the way you do, that only destroys it.
So, why waste your breath on me, if I'm the problem?
There it is. His unexpected attachment to Pierre.
You saved my life. You're living proof our peoples can learn to coexist, that mutual understanding is possible. I can't give up on you any more than I can give up on a peaceful future.
Yeah, you really think trusting me after all the shit I pulled is the right call?
Maybe not. But I want to trust you. I want to give you another chance. Though, I'm not as sharp as the woman who tricked that lynx.
Huh. Neither am I. But if you're giving me that kind of trust, I don't want to waste it. You're a better friend than I deserve, kid.
For a moment then, I felt it. The power I had to make a difference. And I felt that, too. Pierre? Do you see that?
See what?
I need to make sure of something. I'll only be gone a second.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
We must follow the spirit that guides us. Oh no, we're gonna find Jeanne. She's gonna be dead with the dog's corpse. No, she's gonna be frozen over. No. She stayed there overnight with no fire with the dog by the water. Oh no. Oh, she's alive. She's not dead.
Was that?
A ghost? A body?
It can't be. Right there, at the end of the path, when I thought I'd lost everything. That's how I met you.
This is a love story? What? No, the dog, don't confirm me.
Sorry I couldn't help you bury him.
No, I'm not like upset it's a love
I'm
story.
the
I'm
one who should
surprised
be
by it.
apologizing.
Because they haven't met till now.
The stuff I put you through, without realizing. I was so stupid, and stubborn, and short-sighted, and I never wanted it to end this way.
You did what you had to do. We both did. I just wish I knew what we had to do now.
Isn't this the wolf you've been chasing?
Yeah, but I kept hoping this one fur would fix everything the white man did. And I'm not sure if it's that simple anymore.
I wish you two could have met.
Me too. He sounded like a good friend. I'm surprised you kept it all this time.
Even if it got me into trouble, it let me feel connected to God in a way. But I wish I could have heard his answer. Just once. Maybe then I'd know if he had a reason for doing this. Hey, do you have any idea how we're supposed to move past all this?
Not anymore, no. But I think we should start by going back.
Can't believe the dog died. I guess they could just be friends.
What's wrong?
It's him. You said he died, but I wasn't expecting to see him like this.
I'm sorry, Jeanne. I swear I did what I could, but I couldn't help a man who refused to meet me halfway.
No, it's not that. I almost killed people because of him. I couldn't just sit there and let Tehan suffer, but what if he was right? What if this really is God's punishment for my betrayal? Maybe I never should have had faith to begin with. In him or in God.
What do you mean?
I was too obstinate to realize how far I'd strayed, until it was too late. So what's the point of believing any of this, if all it does is ruin lives?
Listen, My people pass their beliefs on to me as well, and I treasure those beliefs dearly. So I know how hard it can be to stay true to them when they're put to the test. Because beliefs, they change us. They can color the way we think, limit our perspectives, make us lose sight of what matters. And yet, I don't think that means your faith, any faith, is fundamentally wrong. Even if your faith's convictions led you astray, they gave you reasons to keep fighting too. I know that, because it was the same for me. And it's why Takuatshina keeps saying he'd rather struggle than suffer doing nothing. So, if those convictions are why both of us are standing here, I can't truly call them evil.
Then, you don't think I should cast him aside?
I don't know. It's not my choice to make. I just think beliefs should inform who we are without dictating who we have to become. So even if you cast aside faith, never cast aside the courage and the compassion that it taught you.
I really wish Father Augustin had been more like you.
I'm happy they met.
Seems they started recovering supplies.
Want to give them a hand?
No offense, but I don't think I'll be comfortable around that many outsiders.
Is that because you think we're irredeemable or something?
Worse, I think you're complicated. Every time we're about to see eye to eye, or realize we're not so different, something seems to go wrong. And I'm left wondering if understanding is just some naive dream. There are exceptions, obviously, but still.
Hey, you're right. Quit dicking around and help us out.
I just can't get over the fact everything is changing because of them. I know they're here to stay. That we need to learn from each other, find new ways to coexist. But how do we move past this, when every new path we've tried so far keeps ending in failure?
I'm not sure I'm the right person to answer that. But you may already have an answer, standing right in front of you. No matter Pierre's mistakes, you kept believing he could be better. And little by little, those second chances are what helped him grow as a person. If you can do something like that for someone like him, who says you can't do the same with them?
Because a child like me won't succeed where even Takuatshina failed. Besides, Pierre is just one person, an exceptional one at that. And the others may not want to learn from us the way he did. I keep wishing that I'd never chased the White Wolf's killer. Maybe then I could keep believing an open mind is all it takes, instead of realizing how powerless I really am.
I know how you feel. Part of me still regrets boarding that ship back in La Rochelle. But regret can find you on both sides of the ocean. And staying behind would have only made things worse for both of us. If I hadn't come to the New World, I never would have learned how to survive on my own. Tejon would have never told me what his people went through, or what men like Augustin did. But brutal as those lessons were, I'm wiser for learning them. And so are you. If you'd never left your home, you never would have seen what things are really like out there. You never would have learned French from Pierre, or the importance of understanding from Tejon. You wouldn't be ready to face the future, the way you are now. So even if there are unresolvable differences between us, we can't let them stop us from changing the things we can change.
How, then? How do we change the right things without changing who we are? What we believe in?
We can't ignore what's happening around us, and we definitely can't hide from it. But just because the world is changing doesn't mean we have to. We can just adjust. It's like starving wolves might hunt new prey, but they'll never become herbivores, right? Our peoples didn't make it this far by giving up, and neither did we.
You know, this may not sound like a compliment, but you remind me of my great-grandfather. You spoke to Pierre?
Yeah. He agreed to take me to Quebec, just like he promised. It's not ideal, but better to go with him than by myself. Besides, he knows I'm more than dead weight by now. How about you? Back to Totuskak?
Mm-hmm. First, I helped the Homostasta's group with reparations, and then... well, I'll admit, I'm still not sure what to do about the Winter Spirit's grudge. But I won't let that stop me from finding a way forward. For all of us.
Hey, if this is goodbye, then... I think you should take it with you.
But that's... I don't know how I could repay you for...
You already have.
I can't begin to tell you how much this means to me. So, I just hope this somehow makes for a fair trade.
You kept it. All this time.
I know you might not believe in what this symbol represents anymore. But I have faith you'll find your way out there, no matter which path you choose to take. So, promise me you'll stay resilient too, all right?
I promise.
I couldn't read all of that because of the chat. We wouldn't call it a love story, but a good story. A great story. Woo! Alright. There we go. Woo! I'm still mad the dog died. I do wonder if there's what the recourse would look like, or a different path of decisions, if he's ever savable, or if that's like an Apex event. Oh. There we go. I'll turn it down a little bit. Yo, so I'm going to share some thoughts on it, obviously, but before, if anybody is interested in a key, we do have one more, so go ahead and hit ! giveaway, enter giveaway in chat for a chance to win the final key. There you go. So if you've been watching this whole time or lurking, whatever it is, you can hit ! giveaway. That'll be a chance to earn yourself a key. But again, what I'm going to do is I'll share some thoughts now. I'm also going to do a small little YouTube video. Yo, what's up, Guillermo? I'm going to do a video. This will be posted on YouTube, the playthrough of it, as well as some of my thoughts on it. Just a short video to kind of go over that without spoilers. But yeah, I mean, I don't typically play like very strictly narrative, you know, first person, mostly choice oriented. I honestly think the last time I did was Until Dawn. Dude, fucking gaming. Yeah, right? But I also didn't spend time in the codex. I'm sure a lot of people do. I am the worst at that. But some of my initial thoughts are, one, just on the game design and gameplay. I really like the interweaving of the characters, how you kind of bounce between different points in time, not necessarily the exact same day happening, but like closely connected. I think there's obviously an important truthful lens here to examine from, and then also appreciate, you know, the developers sharing their intent with designing an experience like this. I'm glad Father Augustine died. Not the dog, but Father Augustine, yes. He needed to go. But yeah, I think it was very powerful stories. I feel honored to have a chance to play it, especially, you know, for those that don't know, it's Native American, or National Native American Heritage Month. So in a month where we have that, plus, you know, Thanksgiving, it's, you know, all American down here. I think a good time to be respectful and considerate of these stories, of indigenous stories, and the atrocities that have been inflicted on them. So again, anyone wants to do ! giveaway, you have a chance to win a key. If not, I might just hand it out to someone after the fact. But I think we'll let the credits play out. I think we're almost there. And then I will probably be ending stream, but I will put in Discord when the next stream will be. I want to do a fun Teemo Jungle stream. I know he kind of got nerfed, but I have a Teemo hat, so we got to wear it. I can talk about when I went to Worlds, and all that good jazz. But again, thank you to Unreliable Narrators for the chance to play Two-Fall and for the key. Thank you all for hanging out while we indulged and enjoyed this experience. Yeah.